Hey everyone, welcome back to Panda Pixels. Today's video is a special one because we recently crossed 100 members in our Discord server. And to celebrate that milestone, I hosted a car render event for the community. Even though we got only 6 submissions, every single one of them was unique, creative, and showed real effort. From clean renders to animated backgrounds, you guys followed the rules perfectly. Minimum 1080p, any car, any scene, and full freedom to show your style. And as promised, the best render from this event will be featured right here in this video. So let's not waste any time. Let's check out the 6 amazing entries from the Panda Pixels community. Submission 1 by JJ013012, made in Recon 4D Mobile, presents a clean McLaren P1 police chase setup. The purple and blue lighting reflects nicely on the road and buildings, and the placement of the police cars adds good depth. For a mobile render, the lighting, shadows, and overall scene setup are handled well. And honestly, this one is not bad at all. Only improvement would be adding a bit more motion or visual depth to Street the Chase vibe. Another thing you forgot is that there is no city in the background, which looks weird. Next time, try to add small details like this. Overall, it's a solid and well-executed render with a good atmosphere and a clear focus on the main car. Dudaz's render features a low-poly Lamborghini driving through a low-poly city with multiple cinematic shots. He made this in Recon 4D. The environment gives a strong 90s game vibe, almost like GTA San Andreas, and the depth blur adds a nice touch to make the scene feel more polished. Whether he built the whole city or downloaded it, the overall setup looks good and the animation flows smoothly. For improvements, the lighting and texture quality could be pushed further to enhance the look, especially when compared to modern low-poly animations. But overall, this is a good submission with a unique style, clean shots, and a nostalgic environment that fits the vibe well. This submission by X_Blade has a dark, atmospheric environment with trees surrounding the scene and a car placed inside a pond. The overall mood is strong and the sky looks really good, adding to the nighttime vibe. For a Prisma 3D mobile render, the setup, water surface, and environment placement are nicely done. The only confusing part is why the car is inside the water. It looks like an accident scene, but there's no clear story element to explain it. Improving the lighting and adding a bit more detail around the car would make the scene feel more purposeful. Still, it's a solid attempt with a unique dark tone and a clean atmosphere. Potato's McLaren 720S render in Unreal Engine 5 is decent, but not at a high cinematic level yet. The model choice is solid, the camera angle is aggressive and stylish, and the studio-style environment with hex flooring and tube lights creates a modern vibe. Basic reflections on the car body and glass work fine, and the scene overall has a clean, polished setup that shows potential. However, the lighting feels too flat and kills the realism. There's not enough contrast, depth, or soft shadows, which makes the car paint look plastic instead of metallic. The reflections don't interact naturally with the environment, and the paint shader lacks clear coat and detail. Some textures, like the floor, also feel disconnected from the car. With better lighting, improved car materials, and proper HDRI reflections, this render could easily jump several levels higher. Because you made this in Unreal Engine 5, that's why I gave this render 3rd place. Next one is Deca's garage render. I put this render in 2nd place because the overall idea is actually really nice. The character sitting on the Porsche gives the scene a cool vibe, and the lineup of cars in the back makes it feel like a proper garage shot. The lighting looks good too. That warm sunlight coming in from the side adds a nice atmosphere, and the colors on the rider really stand out. It's a creative setup and definitely catches attention. The reason it didn't take 1st place is mainly because the technical side still needs some improvement. The materials on the cars and the garage look a bit flat, so the realism drops a little. The shadows are also too soft. These small things hold it back, but it's still a solid render and easily deserving of second position. This render made by AYAC Animation in Recon 4D, I gave this render first place because it genuinely looks the most polished and well-balanced out of all the entries. The car sits perfectly in the environment, and the overall scene feels more realistic and cinematic. The lighting is done really well. The soft daylight, the shadows from the trees, and the reflections on the car's body make it look grounded. The composition is clean too. The background architecture, the brick walls, and the trees all work together to give the render a nice atmosphere. The main reason it stands out is consistency. The materials, colors, and lighting all match the environment better than the other renders. The car looks sharp, the textures around it look detailed, and nothing feels out of place. Even the small things like wet ground reflections and soft highlights add to the mood. It's not perfect, but overall it has the strongest presentation and feels the most complete. That's why it clearly deserves first position. Alright, that wraps up today's render ranking. Big shout out to everyone who participated. Each of you brought something unique to the table. Congrats to AAK for taking the top spot, and well done to Deca and Potato as well. If you liked this breakdown, drop a like and stick around for the next round. See you in the next video.